walking trails, cleaning waterways and planting trees. It's good for our state, it's good for them, and they're paying back. They don't just sit around, get ripped, smoke dope, wreak havoc on society when they get out and recidivate back like they have after under 20 years of the Branstad-Culver administration. So we fundamentally change how we do certain things in the process of reducing state government. The last area we want to touch on is reprioritization. Now, there's a lot more that we could talk about. We could literally talk about how to fix state government for hours and hours, but we're not going to do that. We're going to wrap this up. When we talk about reprioritization, we just simply want to talk about how we change the focus of government fundamentally. Under the Democrats' leadership, we saw government exist as the catalyst. They saw government as the answer. Therefore, high taxes were the key to high spending, that were the key to building a state and an economy. And under the Republicans, we saw where their philosophy was, maybe we cut taxes, but we keep spending and spending and spending, but we give that money to corporate barons, and then they allow the wealth to trickle down. We don't think that the government control approach of the Democrats or the corporate welfare approach of the Republicans is the way to operate government. Fundamentally, we believe in small, efficient, accountable government. So we drive down the cost of state government, we reduce and eliminate waste, and then once we do that, we let you keep your money and you stimulate the economy. It's a foundational approach to how we run government. It's a fundamentally different approach than how they run government. You decide which you prefer. But I want to throw a statistic out at you that just simply speaks to the incontrovertible proof of the failure of the leadership of both parties in Iowa. January 3rd, 1993, Jim Leach, Jim Nussle, Jim Ross Lightfoot, Dave Nagel, Neil Smith, and Fred Grandy represented Iowa. On January 4th, 2013, Iowa will have 4 members in the U.S. House of Representatives. And no statistic so powerfully demonstrates the stagnation and decline of our state than this statistic. It's not easy losing a congressional seat. It's real hard work to lose 2, especially over the course of a couple decades. But that happens because your state is dying. It happens because your state is in crisis. We offer a clear and unique vision of how it's different. The beginning of next week, we are going to release this proposal and plan in great detail and depth. We felt that we needed to do it in 2 parts. Earlier today, we laid out our call for a constitutional convention. Tonight, we wanted to provide the overview. Next week, you'll be able to go online with our education and economic plan to rebuild Iowa, and you'll be able to see our government reorganization plan in great detail. For those of you who stayed online and observed this, we thank you for your patience. We thank you for your patience, especially through our technical difficulties and challenges. But we're new at this, and we wanted to provide you a little more depth and detail than just me standing up here and talking. We wanted to provide you some real strong data and facts to back up what we were saying. On that note, if you visit Narcisse well, you're already at narcisseforiowa.com. The number is 515-770-1218. Feel free to call me if you have questions. We'd love to have that. Feel free to offer your feedback. I'd love to give feedback on what you all think of the proposal. If you like what we're talking about, you'll notice on our website there's a button that you can hit to donate. We can win this if we have the resources. In our 99 county tour, we have had nothing but phenomenal response. It's almost like a rock tour. We drive through town. In fact, we pulled into Corning, Iowa, And a group congregated around us, and when we looked up after the crowd had somewhat dispersed, there was a Register reporter there who took some notes, and I don't know whether they wrote a story or not, but I think he was fascinated by what he saw take place. We're getting phenomenal response from the media, and if we can generate the resources we need, we can make a real strong run at this race. And I believe with the popularity of both governors declining, we can be the none of the above victor on November 2nd. And if not, we will continue, because the billion-dollar deficit won't go away on November 2nd. The academic crisis won't go away. The dying, stagnant nature of rural Iowa and decaying urban Iowa won't go away. The need to rebuild a strong economy won't go away. And we won't go away either. I'd like to thank those who put this together, DesMoinesAmplified.com, for allowing us to use their studios. And those who are here tonight, Rick Marlar, my running mate, and he's sitting back there thinking, shut up, Jonathan, let's go home. Doug Deaton, who drove us around the state safely. Todd McGreevy, who came up here from the Quad Cities. He's done a phenomenal job for us, getting us live on broadcast for these sessions. We might have one more live broadcast before the end of this campaign, perhaps over in Davenport on the 30th when we finish up, before we then kick off our shoes and party, which means that it would still bore most people because we're just not really party animals. Our version of party is going to be sitting around, probably eating some food, maybe some chicken wings, and talking politics. But we'll talk a different kind of politics. And for that, that'll be like the party. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Help us win this, and good night, and God bless you all.